Hello, and welcome to our Energy Connect studio at Future Energy Asia 2024. I'm really glad to have sitting next to me Thanasit Vichaipairojwong, Senior Vice President, Corporate Strategy Division, PTTEP. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Thanasit, how can IOCs and NOCs in the Asia region balance the need for energy security, affordability, and emissions reductions all at the same time?
Yeah, first of all, I think the security, affordability, and sustainability is very crucial for all regions, including ASEAN. But as you know, that ASEAN country, most of the ASEAN country, we are imported oil and gas product to the country. So in the short term, at least, I believe that probably affordability and security probably be more important. But I'm not saying that carbon reduction is not important. But we need to find the balancing point, which might not be perfect. And for the IOC and NOC, I think they have a role to play to help the country in order to balance the three. And I believe that we can do the three. For example, at PTTEP, what we do that we ensure that we have a facility reliable to make sure that our supply is secure. Second, we have to prepare that our resources enough and sufficient in order to be developed at timely manners, so we don't have interruption to the supply to the customer. And final is production cost. I believe that we still focus on cost in order to make sure that a new barrel of supply from PTTEP is affordable for the customer. And at the same time, we still doing the carbon reduction initiative in our process, and also try to push for the study of a CCS project in the Gulf of Thailand. As I mentioned this morning, I think a CCS project is a key one for the country in order to help PTTEP and also the country to reach the goal of net zero aspiration as we plan.
Very interesting, Thanasit. And I wanted to touch more then on what PTTEP is doing in response to energy transition, and also, as you mentioned there, one of the projects you mentioned around CCUS, what opportunities PTTEP sees.
Yes, in response to energy transition, our strategy today we comprise of three pillars. The first one is to drive the core business value. That means for upstream business, we're still focusing on cost competitiveness, and also try to expanding for gas portfolio in order to make sure that we are aligned with the trend of the gas in the industry. The second pillar is the decarbonization. We also implement the initiative to reduce our greenhouse gas emission in the process, similar to other players, and also try to study on the CCS project, as I mentioned, in the Gulf of Thailand. At the moment, we plan the CCS project in Atit, and hopefully that this project can demonstrate feasibility of the CCS project in the Gulf of Thailand, and also provide opportunity for the country. If the project is success, we probably can scale up the project as a hub that can help other industry to reduce greenhouse gas emission as well.
Very interesting. And around technology, what is PTTEP doing around decarbonisation? And I know you just mentioned that.
The key technology today as we focus is CCS. As I mentioned, CCS probably contribute almost half of our emission reduction as per our net zero target plan. And we try to put a pilot project in the Gulf of Thailand to make sure that it's feasible. And then we try to replicate this project in other assets that probably can help us to achieve net zero target. Other technology that we try to looking at is probably direct air capture. It's probably a long shot for PTTEP. Hopefully in the future, if the technology is breakthrough and the cost of the DAC is coming down, we can probably leverage technology into our asset as well.
Fascinating. Now we're here in Bangkok for Future Energy Asia. How important is this show for looking at the future of energy in the Asia region?
I think for Asia, sooner or later, we probably can transition to low carbon world similar to other regions such as Europe and America. But at this during the transition, we probably rely on more gas For the PTTEP, we try to supply gas as much as possible, and then we try to look for future energy. Hopefully, in the near future, Thailand and ASEAN country can move into low carbon world.
Well, Thanasit, thank you so much for joining me in the studio today.
Thank you.
Appreciate learning all about the strategies and what PTTEP is doing around the energy transition.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for watching, and I look forward to bringing you more studio interviews from the show floor in the coming days.